Commander Vresh Krell pressed his signet against the status report. Outpost Vesk -7 was complete. 3 months, 400 personnel. 0 human interference.
Perfect. The treaty loophole held. Earth's deepest seafloor is ours.
Then the floor groaned. A subsonic vibration rolled through the bunker like a planetary growl.
What was that?
He had read every Earth defense report, every naval threat assessment. None of them mentioned the planet itself. The Earth had no weapons here. It had something far more ancient. 3 months earlier, UN Geological Liaison Dr. Nicholas Tanaka received the Marek construction notification.
Attached the full geological hazard appendix, all 200 pages. Include the subduction modeling and seismic history.
The appendix was a masterpiece of bureaucratic lethality. Every page a warning, hidden in plain sight.
The Marek never read the fine print. They never do, but the planet reads everything.
3 months earlier, Admiral Arjun Keth summoned Commander Vresh Krell to the Strategic Planning Chamber of the Marek High Command.
The treaty is explicitly clear. No weapons platforms on Earth's surface. But a seafloor research station? That is a legal loophole the humans failed to close.
I'll take command. We'll study them from inside their own territory. They won't see it coming.
The construction notification reached Dr. Tanaka's desk the same week.
Send the standard geological risk acknowledgement. The full 200-page appendix. They must sign it to proceed.
The appendix detailed 23 subduction zones, magma chamber depths, and one very specific statistic: an 89% probability of a major plate shift within 12 months at their chosen coordinates. Vresh Krell never read past the first page.
Standard paperwork. They always attach warnings. Earth just likes to look thorough.
He thumbprinted the digital acceptance without scrolling. The signature glowed. The planet's trap was set. Within weeks, Marek construction drones descended to the seafloor. Vresh Krell oversaw every bolt from his temporary command module. Earth's deep-sea observation drones hovered at treaty-mandated distance, recording everything, never transmitting, never interfering.
Every day, Tanaka logged the drone footage. Every day, he checked the seismic monitors. The plate was moving, less than a millimeter per month, but accelerating, exactly as predicted.
3 months blurred past. Outpost Vesk -7 rose from the sediment, a steel and crystal fortress, 400 Marek souls, fully self-sufficient.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The humans haven't even blinked.
On the surface, Dr. Tanaka received the final construction report. He did not forward it immediately. He waited for the latest seismic data.
Subduction probability, 92%, within 9 months. A small private smile.
He drafted a short memo to Earth leadership. Recommend maintaining current posture. No interference. The geology is cooperating.
Send the standard congratulations to the Marek. Remind them geological monitoring remains available on request.
The base was complete. The planet was ready. Earth had done nothing. And that was everything. Commander Vresh Krell broadcast the operational status to his command crew. The mess hall erupted.
We have established the Coalition's first permanent deep-crust foothold. This is a triumph of engineering and strategy.
Within the hour, a secured transmission connected him to Admiral Keth on the homeworld.
Impressive. The humans remained completely silent. Not a single diplomatic protest.
Vresh Krell assured him that Earth had not interfered. The treaty held perfectly. They seemed almost eager to comply. On Earth, Dr. Tanaka composed the official response. He attached the latest seismic readout, now reaffirming a 92% subduction probability, and sent it with diplomatic pleasantries.
A polite note, a reminder of our monitoring services. Nothing else.
The message arrived at Outpost Vesk -7 during the celebration. Vresh Krell glanced at the tablet, saw the standard geological advisory, and smirked.
Standard human paperwork. They always attach warnings.
He tossed the tablet aside and raised his glass to the cheering crew. The planet's countdown continued. Unnoticed, 27 days after the celebration, the sea floor beneath Outpost Vesk, -7, shifted for the first time.
Minor tremor. This region is seismically active. Nothing to worry about.
He ordered the engineering crew to run a standard diagnostic. The base's integrity was uncompromised. 4 hours later, the second tremor hit. This time, the walls screamed, micro-fractures spiderwebbed across the command corridor. A jet of water sprayed from a hairline breach.
Seal that section. Deploy pressure locks.
The seismic console lit up with impossible readings. The entire plate was sliding.
This isn't a tremor. The planet is moving.
Crew members burst into the command center, demanding answers. For the first time, Vreshkrel had no explanation. The base groaned, tilting sharply. They were no longer stationary. They were descending into the trench. Over the next 6 days, the descent continued. The base plunged 1,400 meters deeper, shifting 11 meters laterally. Water breached through multiple bulkheads. Emergency lights flickered. The base became a tomb of shuddering metal and screaming alarms.
We can't hold. The pressure is crushing us. Only High Command might have the resources to extract us now.
He transmitted an emergency burst to Admiral Keth. Priority Alpha. Request immediate extraction.
Outpost Vesk -7 is subducting. 400 personnel trapped. We need immediate evacuation. Any available fleet assets.
The transmission cut to static for 3 agonizing hours. When it cleared, Keth's face was ashen.
The Coalition has no deep-crust rescue vessels. Our ships can't reach that depth. The pressure would crush them.
No ships, no hope. We're alone down here.
Keth promised to contact Earth. The word tasted like ash in Vreshkrel's mouth. Humans had the treaty on their side. They owed nothing. The base continued its crawl into the abyss. The planet had them, and it would not let go. Admiral Keth's formal demand for extraction arrived at the United Nations within hours. The ultimatum was clear. Earth must rescue the Marek or face consequences.
Your treaty forbade weapons platforms, not research stations. You have a moral obligation to extract our personnel. Mobilize your deep-sea fleet immediately.
Dr. Tanaka read the demand in his quiet office. He did not blink. He had expected this since the day Vreshkrel signed the notification.
3 months of silence. Now they scream for help. The trap is sprung.
He attached the 8-page response, then dictated the key passage for the interstellar record. The United Nations Geological Liaison Office regrets to inform the Marek Coalition that Earth's tectonic plates are not under any authority's control, including our own. Your outpost was provided a 200-page geological hazard appendix prior to construction. This document explicitly warned of subduction risk at the chosen site. The letter then stated a simple, devastating fact. Earth possessed no vehicle rated for 14-kilometer crustal depth. Rescue was technically impossible. Admiral Keth read the first paragraph. Then he crushed the tablet. The Marek High Command erupted in outrage.
They are hiding behind their own geology. This is an act of war. Summon every legal advisor we have.
At the base, Vreshkrel received an urgent message. Locate the geological hazard appendix Earth claimed he signed. He tore through the crumbling digital archives, searching for the document he had ignored 3 months ago. Then, it appeared on his cracked screen. The geological hazard acknowledgement. His signature glowed at the bottom.
I signed it. Full risk accepted. The humans warned me. I never read.
The signature he had thumbprinted in haste was now a binding legal admission. He had doomed his own crew. Vreshkrel transmitted the signed document to Admiral Keth. The response was ice-cold fury.
You signed this? You accepted full risk without reading. Your incompetence has cost us everything.
He's going to sacrifice me. The crew, the outpost, all of it on my head.
Within hours, Marek High Command publicly blamed Vresh Krell. He had accepted all risk. They said Earth owed nothing. The planet didn't care about politics. It simply continued to pull the base into its molten heart. By the 5th month, the outpost was entombed under 14 kilometers of crust. Magma pressed against the outer hull, glowing orange through every reinforced porthole. Inside, the remaining crew, huddled in the deepest chamber. Life support was failing. The temperature rose with every hour.
2 weeks of atmosphere left, maybe less. The planet is cooking us alive.
A junior officer finally voiced what everyone knew.
No one is coming. High Command has abandoned us. Earth will not act. We are on our own.
On the Marek homeworld, Admiral Keth presided over a grim council. Every deep crust rescue proposal failed at the design stage.
Our engineers confirm no vessel can survive 14 kilometers. The pressure is absolute. We are helpless.
Earth's Geological Liaison Office sent a short statement repeating their position. They had no equipment for 14-kilometer crustal rescue, and the appendix had warned of this.
They prepared for this. The whole planet was a weapon, and I handed them the trigger.
The base groaned, crushed by the weight of an entire continent, and the magma crept closer. The Marek Coalition convened a press conference. Admiral Keth stood before a wall of flashing media drones.
Earth chose that site deliberately. They knew the plates would move. This was sabotage.
Within the hour, Secretary General Anika Osei stepped to her own podium in Geneva.
The Marek Coalition accuses Earth of sabotage. We will now release the complete site review documents.
Behind her, the screen displayed the geological hazard appendix. At the bottom, Commander Vresh Krell's signature glowed.
Commander Vresh Krell signed a document accepting full geological risk. He had the appendix. He acknowledged it.
The room fell silent. The image of that signature was broadcast to every Marek network. On Marek networks, anchors stared at their teleprompters. The narrative had inverted. Earth's official position remained unchanged. The planet was not under any authority's control. The treaty was honored. For the first time, the galaxy saw Earth's true defense. It needed no weapons. It just let the planet fight. Vresh Krell watched the broadcast from the ruins of his command post. His signature glowed on every screen, condemning him to 1 billion eyes.
It was my signature. I sealed our fate. No one else to blame.
In a classified naval facility, the USS Abyss Sentinel waited in shrouded dry dock. A vessel rated for 14 kilometers of crushing dark. Dr. Tanaka met Commander Elena Cortez on the dock. The submersible loomed behind them, a silent promise of impossible depths.
The Sentinel can handle the pressure, Doctor. We can reach them now. Why haven't we launched?
Let them feel the weight of their error first. When they are desperate enough, we will offer a way out.
The Abyss Sentinel was unique, a research vessel repurposed as Earth's highest stakes bargaining chip. In the base, Vresh Krell sat alone. The crew had heard his confession. No one met his eyes.
No one can reach 14 kilometers. Even if Earth wanted to help, we are beyond rescue.
The planet had buried them. Earth held the only key to their tomb. And it was in no hurry. Earth transmitted a revised statement. A rescue was possible, but only under a binding fee structure.
You claimed no vehicle. Now you offer rescue? What is the cost?
The fees were itemized per extraction, hazard multiplier, and diplomatic overhead. The total was staggering. Every hour of submersible time was billed. The contract ran 18 pages of pure cost. Admiral Keth, facing political implosion, authorized the payment. His hand trembled as he pressed the seal.
Payment cleared, Commander Cortez. The Abyss Sentinel is go. 400 souls, one at a time.
The message reached Resh Krell. Rescue was coming, but he would be the last to leave.
I accept. My crew leaves first. That is the only right order.
The base groaned around him. But for the first time in months, there was a sliver of hope. In the dry dock, the submersible's engines rumbled. Earth's only key turned in the lock. The Abyss Sentinel dropped into the Pacific with a muffled roar, its reinforced hull groaning as the first kilometer swallowed it.
Depth 3,000. Pressure holding. Webb, keep the sonar active. We're entering magma-heated water.
Temperature rising fast. Hull integrity optimal. Still no sonar contact. The base must be buried deeper than expected.
The descent stretched into hours. The viewports glowed red as magma streams licked the hull.
Contact. Faint echo. 14,000 meters exactly. The base structure is still intact, partially encased in basalt.
Adjust trim. Bring us within visual. Prepare to broadcast on their emergency frequency.
The submersible's lights cut through sediment. Ahead, Outpost Vesk, -7 emerged from the rock, shattered but sealed. A tomb with life inside.
Emergency airlock visible. Deploying docking seal. Transmitting on Merrick frequency.
A crackling voice answered. Thin, desperate, but alive. This is Outpost Vesk, -7. We see your lights. We thought no one would come.
This is the USS Abyss Sentinel. We're here to bring you home. Stand by for docking.
The Sentinel's docking ring sealed against the emergency airlock with a hiss. The first 2 Merrick crew squeezed into the cramped chamber, their eyes adjusting to the harsh white light.
2 aboard. Pressurizing now. You are safe. We'll have you on the surface in a few hours.
The submersible broke the surface, bobbing under the recovery ship's floodlights. Medics rushed forward as the first survivors stumbled onto the deck, collapsing in sobs.
2 at a time. 2 every 16 hours. It will take 6 months to extract them all.
Earth billed the Merrick Coalition for every dive. The fees were astronomical, but the Coalition paid without protest. The alternative was unthinkable. Resh Krell watched each group depart from a cracked monitor in the base. He had forbidden himself from leaving until everyone else was safe.
I will be the last. It is the only right order, but the waiting is a slow death.
The submersible's hull accumulated scratches with each descent. Commander Cortez and Lieutenant Webb traded 12-hour shifts in the pilot seat.
398 to go. Webb, keep her steady.
The sonar continued its steady pulse, finding no other vessels in the abyss. Earth's only rescue submersible descended again. Alone, a classified memo from the Earth Geological Survey appeared on a secure news network. The title read, Site Selection Rationale, High Subduction Probability. Within the hour, Dr. Tanaka was summoned to Secretary General Osei's private office. The door sealed behind him.
Is it authentic? Did we truly select that site because it was primed to subduct?
Yes, the data was clear. A 92% probability of major crustal displacement within 9 months. We simply provided the site. We didn't cause the subduction. We merely placed their construction zone where the planet would do what it does.
A spinning holographic model of the Mariana Trench rotated between them. The base site pulsed red, marked as Optimal Risk Transfer Zone.
The hazard appendix was not a warning. It was an invitation. Resh Krell signed it. The planet did the rest.
Then our official position stands. Earth did nothing. The planet chose where to put it. This leak changes nothing publicly.
The galaxy will suspect. But suspicion isn't proof. And the treaty is ironclad.
The submersible continued its relentless dives. The leak flickered across alien news feeds, but Earth's machinery of rescue and profit never paused. Resh Krell stood alone in the abandoned command center. The last of his crew had boarded the submersible 20 minutes ago.
399 saved. Only me left. the one who signed the death warrant.
He pulled up the old seismic model. The subduction zone was no act of random chance. It was a weapon, calibrated by Earth's geologists.
They didn't attack. They simply let the planet do what it was always going to do, and I gave them the legal cover.
The base groaned louder now, its structural integrity failing piece by piece. Time was not a luxury.
If the submersible doesn't return, I will die here, buried in the very rock I failed to study.
He moved to the airlock chamber, sat against the wall, and waited. The magma outside painted the room in hellish orange.
I thought Earth was weak, too diplomatic, too divided, but they turned an entire planet into a sentry.
The submersible controls chirped. A faint sonar signature. The Abyss Sentinel was descending again, alone. For him.
Come on, then. I am ready to face whatever judgment waits above.
The Abyss Sentinel sealed its airlock for the final time. Vresh Krell sat alone as the ascent began through crushing darkness. After hours of silence, the submersible broke the surface. Rain and floodlights greeted the battered hull. Vresh Krell climbed onto the deck. Under a canopy, Dr. Tanaka waited, expression unreadable.
You planned this from the moment we filed our site request.
Planned what, Commander? We provided a geological appendix. You signed it. The Earth chose where to put it. We merely submitted the coordinates.
Was it intentional? Did you know the plate would shift?
Tanaka offered a small, unreadable smile. No confirmation, no denial, just geological truth.
He'll never admit it. The treaty protects them. The planet did the rest.
Crew escorted Vresh Krell to medical. Tanaka turned back to the sea, the submersible stowed, its work complete. The UN General Assembly Hall fell silent as Secretary General Osei approached the podium. Behind her, a holographic Earth rotated slowly.
The Marek Coalition has completed extraction of its personnel. Earth met its treaty obligations. We provided warnings. They chose the site. Let this clarify Earth's position. Our tectonic plates are not subject to any authority. No court, no treaty, can command geology.
In the Marek delegation section, Admiral Keth sat motionless. The defeat was absolute.
Henceforth, any construction on Earth's seafloor will require mandatory, independent seismic risk review. We will not be liable for planetary processes.
The declaration streamed live across every Marek network. Anchors struggled to frame the defeat. Osei paused, then delivered the final line that would echo across the galaxy.
We didn't do anything. The Earth chose where to put it.
The Marek Coalition issued a brief statement hours later. All seafloor construction projects were indefinitely suspended. The doctrine was set. Earth's geology was a weapon no fleet could match. 6 months later, at the International Exoplanetary Geology Conference in Zurich, Dr. Nicholas Tanaka took the stage.
Today, I present my paper, Geological Cooperation in Planetary Defense. It details the Outpost Vesk 7 event.
The audience, a mixture of human academics and alien scientists, leaned forward.
Earth did not attack. The planet merely followed its natural processes. We simply cooperated with the geology.
Some alien researchers shifted uncomfortably. Their worlds had never needed such a concept.
The hazard appendix was not a trap. It was a mirror. If you ignore warnings, the planet does not negotiate.
The presentation ended. Silence. Then, a slow clap from the human section, swelling into a standing ovation.
Decades of seismic modeling. Now, a legitimate strategic framework. The planet as partner.
The paper was published in open access journals. Military academies across the galaxy added geological cooperation to their curriculum. Earth's greatest weapon was never hidden. It was beneath everyone's feet, waiting to be acknowledged. Commander Vresh Krell stood at the center of the Marek High Tribunal, 3 admirals sat on the raised bench, their faces carved from stone.
Earth is a death world. Its crust moves like a living thing. The humans harnessed it. I failed to see the weapon beneath my feet. We called them weak. They turned a planet into a sentry without firing a shot.
The admiral's expressions ranged from stone to something almost thoughtful.
I signed their invitation. My crew paid. I ask only that this lesson be studied.
The senior admiral pronounced the sentence: reduction in rank, permanent assignment to a geological risk archives desk.
A desk job. I will read about subduction every day. Perhaps that is justice.
Reshkrel walked out under guard. He was no longer a commander. He was a cautionary myth. 2 of the admirals later requested copies of Tanaka's geological cooperation paper. Even the victors learn. Reshkrel would write a classified study on planetary defense asymmetries. His first chapter, The Earth, a case study. Months passed. The Pacific storm twilight gave way to gentle moonlight over a calm sea. The research vessel sat stationary above the trench, its white floodlights off, only navigation lights glowing. In Geneva, a new treaty amendment was signed. Its clause was simple. Sovereignty, protected hazards, now included all major tectonic zones. No alien nation protested. The lesson had been learned at 14 kilometers deep. Beneath the waves, the trench remained dark and still. Its deepest magma cooling, the planet had finished its work. No human hand had guided the plate, but the coordinates had been precise. The geological clock never stopped. The Pacific plate continued its slow crawl into the mantle. On the research vessel, a young geologist logged the day's seismic data. All quiet. The Earth had been patient for billions of years. It could afford to wait for the next trespasser. Far below, in the blackness, a faint orange line gleamed, magma, still churning. The planet was not done. It was simply resting. In a Marek Military Academy lecture hall, young cadets sat in attentive silence. A hologram of Earth's deepest trench flickered to life before them. The instructor's voice echoed through the chamber. Never underestimate a planet that is alive and chooses sides. A chilling image of the buried outpost appeared. Tiny, crushed by 14 kilometers of crust, several cadets shifted in their seats. One traced a note in the margin of her tablet, the coordinates of the subduction zone. The lecture concluded. The hologram faded, replaced by a simple schematic: Earth's ring of fire. The image lingered, a silent warning. The galaxy had learned that Earth's deepest threats were not its armies, but its bones. The screen faded to black, but in the darkness, a faint orange line remained, a sliver of magma. Deep in the Pacific Trench, the planet was not done. It was simply resting.